TSCSaints.com. Freshly prepared, home-delivered, restaurant-quality gourmet meals delivered straight to your home. Choose from over 50-plus gourmet meal options cooked by world-class chefs and delivered frozen, ready to eat within minutes and no commitment. Welcome to the one-shop gourmet food delivery, specializing affordable options to eat right and feel great. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Every ingredient is handpicked to the highest standard. And why you should buy from homebistro.com? Restaurant quality, made with natural ingredients, delivered right to your door. Overnight shopping is available. Diabetic, paleo, heart health, and vegetarian options to eat. Doing business since 1999. Courteous, knowledgeable, and professional support. Complete PCI compliant SSL security ordering, and great meals. Choose from some of my favorite dishes: the Mediterranean chicken with orange honey sauce, the charbroiled chicken romesco, or the grilled chicken breast with sweet and spicy vegetables. No matter what you choose, you can't lose with homebistro.com. Eat great, feel good, and save some money with homebistro.com. Hit the link in the description section below for more information.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
What's up, fam? Big ups to the Black and Gold Nation. The Great Saint Think Tank is in the building. Much love to the family. Thank y'all for joining me for another installment of the Sports Coma. We are in the building. Big ups to the family members. Thank y'all for being here on this fantastic Monday. I salute the Great Saint Think Tank. Who that to you? Appreciate you guys for being here on this Monday live stream. I won't be with you guys for very long. We'll do about an hour and some change on the Monday show. But I just wanted to thank the Black and Gold Nation and the Great Saint Think Tank for being in the building. So like we always start off for over 5 years now, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q, chiming in, and you are the Great Saint Think Tank. The best of the Black and Gold Nation is well represented. So big ups to the family members. Thank y'all for being here, and much love to y'all on this Monday. Hope you guys had a fantastic Monday. Pretty nice out there, pretty warm. Feel like springs are coming, fam. Springs are coming. So we're going to start off the broadcast with our roll call like we traditionally do. Brian Pearson, who that to you? Pick it and flick it, who that to you? Jerry Paul, who that to you? Torrey Shepard Sr., who that to you? What's up, brother Torrey? David Kemp, who that to you? Madge Prime, who that to you? These nuts. Who that to you? All right. B Jizzle. What's up, B Jizzle? Who that to you, fam? Much love. Tech Saint, what's up, fam? Big ups to Tech Saint as well. And all the rest of the family members in the building. What's up, Darrell Freeman? Who that to you? Ja Williams. Who that to you? Idris Ahmed, who that to you? Say, hey, Big Q, hope y'all having a blessed day. Same to you, my brother. Appreciate you, Idris. Much love, fam. What's up, Quincy? Who that to my boy Quincy out there? One love, fam. Much love. Big ups to all the family members, man, and thank y'all for being with us on this special Monday show. I know I popped up on y'all, but like I always tell you, hit that damn notification bell. What's up, KK504 and 404 lady? What's happening, baby? Who that to you? Welcome in. And please feel free, family, upon it coming into the live stream to please strike upon the like button. Strike the hell out the like button and subscribe if you aren't a subscriber to the Great Saint Think Tank. What's up, Chef the Flavor? What's up, fam? Long time didn't see you in here. Big ups to you, fam. Good to see you. Much love. Hope everything going well with the family as well. So in this one, family, I'm going to go over with several news notes and items for you. Like I said, I'm going to go over about 3 items, break some stuff down, and then we'll take some questions from the chat. Like I said, we'll be probably about the summation of 6 minutes to maybe a little bit over that, so we'll see how it shakes. But domino effect to that to your fam. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being here. Please hit upon the like button, family. Thank you. Now, to get into it. What's up, Kenny? Kenny Sutton, who that to you, bro? Big ups to you. What's up, Delcom? Delcom28. What's up, fam? Big ups to you. Who that to you? Thank you for being here. All right, Brian says we can get Alex Smith as a starting quarterback. He's a free agent now. That most certainly will not excite the black and gold family base to get Alex Smith here. He's not very athletic, but for a solid veteran backup quarterback, that wouldn't be a bad move. But I think a lot of people are kind of turned off by Alex Smith simply because he doesn't have the ability. He has no 0-9 athletic ability, and he's pretty much a statue back there. So we'll see how it shakes, you know what I'm saying? But I would say no to Alex Smith simply because the Saints need to look at heirs to the quarterback position. No more old-ass veterans. Now, and if they find somebody that they like, maybe, Sean Payton likes to only keep 2 guys there. The only reason we keep it 3 quarterbacks is because he uses Taysom Smith in a athletic capacity all over the field. So if something happens to him, you got a guy to come in to act as backup. But really, if you had 2 regular quarterbacks, he would eliminate the 3rd quarterback position and probably add a skill set player or an extra defensive back, extra interior lineman, something like that. I want to give a shout out to JP Junius Parker. Sent a cash app of $5. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your cash app. Thank you, my man. Appreciate the cash app from JP. Who that to you? Thank you, my brother. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Much love. All right, Smallville, big. What's up, fam? Good to see you in the chat as well. Text saying, Big Q, I finally got my hot water back about an hour ago. Wow. I'm happy that you got your hot water back, bro. After all that time, man, we need to do some overhauling on these people, man, for real. I mean, hopefully this could be a teaching moment for a lot of the people out there to push these bureaucracies out of the way and take possession of their power and put local people that comes from the communities over those agencies. See, we've been lulled to a false set of, we've been domesticated to a degree where we're allowing these weird people to come in and then they're cutting your power and saying it's for the greater good of the planet. And then you look at the people that's saying it and they got houses 3 times bigger than 10. You put 15 people houses together, their houses ain't bigger than it. So how you preaching to people about doing this and doing that and you ain't doing nothing that you say you're doing? So it's really ridiculous. So hopefully the local people go in those positions and run for those positions and be there, and some people, just like a lot of our people are veterans and police officers like my dog B Jizzle and Deputy Mario and many others that put their life on the line protecting the city. You see what I'm saying? That's a sacrifice that they're making, to do that, because they can go somewhere else and do something else. But to do that takes a lot of heart, a lot of gumption to do that kind of thing. And that is what most civilian people got to do, is that they got to run from those roles, like your local school board. Don't let people that don't go to the local schools. If there's a school that your public schools that your children go to, do not let people govern over that school board if their children are not in that school board. How you got people on the public school and all their children going to private school? Oh my goodness. Oh my good Lord. Oh my goodness. Good gracious, man. Is this what it is? Is this what it is? Is this what we come to? I mean, is this really what it is? I mean, come on, man. We can't be mad at crooks and charlatans when you give them opportunity, man. I'm just saying, bro. But I'm happy to hear the brother that you got your water on. But man, my goodness, man, let this be a lesson to all those, bro, that we must, from a local standpoint, be able to control those things that are locally, because it starts at the local level, then goes up. We have to. If you live there, you got to be represented in there, because if you're not, you're gonna get screwed over, and that's everything. That's everything. If you got if you got a James Bond villain that comes in and they got all kind of money and they won't move in, all they have to do is just is pay off the people, the politicians, and run them in there. That's all they have to do. If you got a James Bond villain, and many of those James Bond villains are taken from real life type people, but there ain't no happy ending at the end of the movie, if you know what I mean. But I'm gonna stop talking about that. I just hope that moving forward, bro, we as a people, we got to get smarter than what we are. No, certainly, man. I mean, come on now. All right, thank you for that, bro. But appreciate all the family members up in here, man. Chad Prue, what's up? Chad, who that to you? Jay Huntsberry, what's going on, fam? He said, I thought Alex Smith was a cheap option to hold it down for a year. I mean, you never know with Coach Payton. You know what I'm saying? Match Prime said, BQ, I'm going to do my Drew side push routine. Slay push. Yeah, we'll see, bro. I think Drew's still retired. I think he's just rehabbing, bro. What else we got going on? Lori, what's up, baby? How you doing, Lori? Big ups to you. Much love. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Seth Scott, what's up, fam? Appreciate you. Adrian Camille, what's up, Adrian? Thank you for being here. Who that to you as well. And big ups to all the other family members. The great Black and Gold family members is in the building. What's up, brother Tyrese Last Saint? He said that son of A.B. Brees is holding us hostage. No, not us, bro. He holding the team, but ultimately it's up to the coach to say we're going to move on. But it just shows something, bro. It's a shame, man. But thank you for the super chat, bro. Appreciate you there, bro. Ramsey, who that to you? Say, who that, my dog Q? I need Breeze to come and run around my yard with push that damn mole around. I got you, bro. I got you. He probably charge you a good chunk of change to do it, too. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Who that to you? All right, let's see who else got. But thank y'all for chiming in. Please hit upon the like button before we get started. And we're going to start off with a few stuff. What's up, Brother Dada? Brother Dada in the building as well. Much love to you, fam. Thank you for being here as well. So like I said, fam, we're going to cover several items. I won't hold you guys for very long on this Monday show, just probably maybe over an hour or so as we get into some of the news, notes, and items. We got about 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 articles that I want to go over you guys with. And of course, as you notice, the name of the show, it says Saints expected to prioritize free agent safety Marcus Williams. That's right, I said it. Articles are coming out that the Saints want Marcus Williams back. Does that drop you as a surprise? Of course not. It doesn't take me for a loop at all. And it just goes to show you, like, what the hell are y'all looking at? It's not like I don't like Marcus. I'm on record saying I like Marcus Williams a lot. He's a really, really good dude. He really is. He's a really good dude. Good heart. You can tell he's a really good, solid person. Respectable, a good-hearted person. But when it come down to football, my goodness, man, he has some good plays. But at the end of the day, I think the Saints need a more aggressive, downhill hitting safety than what Marcus Williams is providing over the last 4 years. Now, don't get me wrong. He's had some hits, but he gets whiffed. He's a whiffer, and I don't think whiffing is something that you can get out of your play. 4 years in, you're saying, I got to learn how to tackle. And the Saints holding on to a 9-tackling safety says a lot for a team I don't know what they're looking at, fam. The tape footage don't lie. It don't matter who it is looking at it. You can be a three-eyed monster lizard from the inner world, and it still don't make no difference if you know how to study tape. The kid does not know how to tackle. You do not need a safety. That's the last line of defense that lacks in tackle ability. That is a recipe for disaster. So they do whatever the hell they feel like they got. Well, we're going to want them back. We're going to pay for them too, Q. All right, then. Okay. All right. Just don't worry about the tape, though. Don't worry about the tape. The kid whiffing, missing tackles, don't know how to tackle. Oh, he going to learn how to tackle. He went through college for over 3 years. Didn't learn it there. Been a pro and got over 60 games worth of pro experience as a starting safety. Didn't learn in 4 years. It's just amazing to me, man, the amount of delusionment that people face. No matter what you put the tape on, it's just something. I don't want Marcus Williams as the last line as defense. I don't. He cannot tackle that well, and it's just that's just common sense. So you're gonna put a guy that struggles with tackling as your last line of defense safety? I'm gonna leave it there. All right, big ups to you. What's up, Dev84 John? What's up, bro? Good to see you. Appreciate you chiming in. Cool music. What's up, fam? Thank you for joining in as well. Appreciate y'all. Original Hot Boy 504. KK 504 and 44 lady says show. I got a needle there. She got 3 of them. God damn. Damn. Jay Huntsberry said Mark Williams is one of the more affordable options. We have chance to go on the job. Affordable? Not with what they're gonna pay him on the market. He's going north of 10 plus million. You gonna pay him $50 million to come back? He's gonna be one of the most sought after safeties that they have out there, Marcus Williams. And I think he'll be priced out. Remember, the Saints gotta still come down by March the 17th below $60 million. Before you can go up, you gotta get from 60 million down. When you minus 60, you gotta go up to 0. Then come up again to the plus to get some more money so you can sign them people. And you got to be underneath that by the 17th of this, a couple of weeks from now, a little over a couple of weeks from now. We'll see. Sascott said, I've been done with the Williams since the Minnesota tackle. Yeah, right. And it wasn't just the Minnesota tackle, the San Francisco 49er tackle, the constant Wilferiz, the constant him, whiffing at quarterbacks at the goal line that he should destroy. Him tackling people going too low. Remember when he was trying to tackle Adrian Peterson up high and Peterson just mushes him out of the way. When you don't know how to tackle, that's what happens. And I like the kid a lot, and I'm on record for saying I like him a lot, but he's not the type of safety that you would want in a mean defense. He's not a mean guy at all, and he can't play mean. He's a nice dude, and it's in his spirit. He can't play a mean game. Some guys could put that mean face on. He's not one of those dudes. He's a nice guy. That's why I say, we need a downfield, blow you up, scare the piss out of everybody running across the side, the middle of the field. That's what we need. And Marcus Williams is not even scared of Marcus Williams. It's just what it is. GNF said he became a better safety, he became a better tackle. Look at it, he'll be a top safety. I hear you, GNF. I don't agree with no top, bro. He'll get paid top money, because that's just how it is with some people. He had the 13 interceptions in 4 years, which basically break down to what? 4 years? 13 interceptions, excuse me. So what's that, roughly 3 interceptions a year? But that's a big deal, 3 interceptions a year, right? When you break it down over 4 years, 60 plus games, 13 interceptions, roughly what? 3 interceptions a year? I ultimately say that I've seen enough of Marcus Williams, man. And his biggest thing to me is the fact that he's not a good tackler. He's not, man. And that's something as a safety you're supposed to know how to do coming in the league. And that's very problematic. Last line of defense mean you don't need to know how to tackle. You need to already know how to tackle. You don't need to be, I got to learn how. No, man. Not last line of defense, fam. Come on. If he don't tackle the guy, it's a touchdown. That's what I'm trying to tell people. And of course, I think he'd be priced out anyway. So we'll go over some articles from that. I just think the guy is just, he's just the wrong safety here. Gabe Thomas, who that to you? Muse of Abysmal Bliss. What's up, baby? Good to see you in the chat as well. Big ups to all the family members. Cool Music say he can leave. Plug Swearinger in. I do like Swearinger's aggressiveness. I think we need a little bit more athleticism there at that safety position. But I do like DJ Swearinger because unlike Marcus Williams, DJ Swearinger will knock your ass out. So I mean, like I said, man, I just don't want nobody back there that can't tackle. And they talking about trying to bring them back. That just goes to show you, man. Oh man. Anyway, let's get into the order. What's up, Cameron? Who that to you? Uncle Paulie, what's up, Uncle Paulie? Good to see you, True Louise Animal. Morgan, what's up, fam? And all the family members. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all presence in the building, man. And I appreciate you guys. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all being here, spending this Monday with me. Now, let's get going, family. Please hit the like button as we get going. And this one, and I'm going to go over a few articles. And this was coming from The Spun. It says the Saints reportedly have a clear priority in free agency. And we'll go over it. And of course, it says because of the financial constraints related to the cap, Saints must be judicious about which players they target in free agency. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, One of those players is their own free safety, Marcus Williams. The 24-year-old Williams has been a starter for the Saints for the last 4 years. Given his age, experience, and positional value, Williams should generate plenty of interest on the open market this month. And he shall. He's going to command north of $12 million a season. And hopefully prices itself clean out of our price range. Big ups to you, GM Kev, and all the family members. Appreciate y'all joining in. Please hit the like button. What's up, Tro? Tro blew it in the building. What's up, fam? And like I said, he's getting this information from this tweet that was done by Jeremy Fowler of ESPN that was reported. Despite a massive cap deficit, the Saints are expected to prioritize free agent safety Marcus Williams. I'm told they want to keep him within financial reason, but he will have a strong market, have also expressed interest in re-signing QB Jameis Winston. So with that said, that's interesting because we knew about Jameis Winston, but Marcus Williams is a bit different. We know that his number will estimate north of $10 million on the open market, the market stipulating his price value. We're looking at it being north of $12 million, to be honest with you. So you could possibly have a safety between $12 to $14 million. And by all accounts, Marcus Williams would probably end up being a top 3 high paid safety in this business. He'll definitely be not top 3, maybe top 5, when it's all said and done. But the reality at the end of the day is that the Saints want to bring Marcus Williams back. Like I've said, and I'm going to say it again, I like the kid. I really do. But I think we need a nastier, meaner, downfield running, hit your ass, knock you out, knock your front teeth out, put you on the stretcher, and be scared, and scared to make a catch and stick your hand out for a first down type safety. I know that's a lot, but the Raiders have one in Jonathan Abrams. The Broncos have one in Simmons. The Seahawks got one in Jamal Adams. Tyrann Mathieu will pop you and lock you too. And there are many other really good safeties in the NFL that will literally knock your helmet off. So Marcus Williams is not one of those dudes. He's a nice guy, and we need more of an aggressive downfield, knock your ass out safety. I keep saying that because if you have that demeanor back there, it makes the defense mean on the back end. It also creates that explosion factor. It pumps fear into the hearts of wide receivers to create alligator arm situations. They're not worried about Marcus Williams in that capacity. I applaud the 13 interceptions on the 4 years, which works out to be about 3 interceptions per year. But outside of that, what else could we say about it? But the constant, gray matter plays. He made some good plays as well. But even up to last year, in his 4th year with the team, you didn't really see the light go on until middle way of the season. That's a little too far down the line for a guy that had been starting for 60 games for the Saints, and it really didn't go off and turn on until the middle of the season. And that's when the Saints pretty much pulled Malcolm Jenkins from playing a tight end when Quine came here. And then it would allow Malcolm to go back there by Marcus Williams to tell him what to do. Then you've seen a change in the play because Malcolm Jenkins was back there instructing them. But prior to that, when Jenkins had to come down to cover the tight end, Marcus Williams was getting turned around like he was on a rotisserie rack. And that's the thing. And my thing, and the point is, okay, we understand you're still learning, but when you have 60 plus games in the NFL, and you're pretty much a starter, really, truly, honestly, last year should have been Marcus Williams' Pro Bowl year. This year should have been Marcus' Pro Bowl year. But it's not. It's something missing there. Now granted, on another side of it, the Saints do bring him back, which I doubt because they can't afford him. Not in the open market unless he takes a sentimental discount to come back to the Saints, which I don't think he should. But if the kid does come back, Chris Richard might be able to get something out of him. Maybe something a little different from Coach Chris Richard could be able to instruct the kid on what to do. That could be a possibility in it. But outside of that, I am not a fan of this move to bring Marcus Williams back. Now, for some people, Williams is best known as the GOAT of New Orleans Saints' stunning playoff loss to the Minnesota Vikings 3 years ago. Then a rookie, the former Utah star, famously whiffed on a chance to, they used the term whiffed, on a chance to tackle Minnesota wide receiver Stephon Diggs on a miraculous game-winning touchdown. Remember, big players do make big plays in big moments. And Marcus Williams melted like an ice cream cone in the sun on that moment. He put his head down and lunged himself, and the only person he hit was Crawley, and took out the only Saint player close enough to catch the man. Not saying Crawley would have caught him, but he missed everything. Put his head down. He dipped his helmet, put his head down, and launched himself without even looking away. And that wasn't the first time he's done that. He's done that several other times before, when he would literally drop his helmet and not see what he's looking, where he's hitting at, which is a fundamental, terrible tackle mistake. You've always supposed to keep your damn head up to know what you're tackling. That's how people get hurdled all the time, when they throw their damn head down and lunge at something, they don't see what they're hitting. Then the guy just leap right over the top of them. If you're looking at what you're hitting, then you will hit it. Marcus Williams melted. He broke down. And he was a rookie there, but ultimately that wasn't the only time. But he had good plays, bad plays. But like a lot of these bad plays, like that was just terrible. But I still, was like, okay, we'll work through it. But he never reached Pro Bowl status here, despite all of the games that he played. Isn't that any question in your mind before you want to pay a guy over $10 million a season? He never made it to the Pro Bowl, and you gave him 60 games to get there. He had 60 games to get to the Pro Bowl level, and he never reached it. Never reached it. Now, things could change with a different defensive back coach, granted, but Marcus Williams just doesn't have what it takes, in my opinion, to be that last line of defense safety that puts fear in the heart of wide receivers across the league. However, limited Williams, just to that moment, fails to account for over his production as a pro. Started 60 of 64 games in 4 seasons, 246 tackles, 30 passes defense, 13 interceptions. And they're going to hang their hat on the 60 games that he played and the 13 interceptions. That's a lot of experience, but that's a lot of experience for somebody, a lot of starting games for somebody that never made it to a Pro Bowl level. I keep saying that because that's evident. He never even got close to it, So I mean, it's just weird. And then, of course, the legal tampering period for the NFL free agents begins 2 weeks from today, with the new year league starting on St. Patrick's Day. In addition to worrying about Williams, the Saints are also awaiting a final decision on quarterback Drew Brees. Now, of course, we'll segue to that as we'll move into that. What's up, Will? Big ups to you, Will Dickerson. Big ups, bro. Good to see you there. And Saints reportedly still expect Drew Brees to retire. Now, this is coming from Yard Barker. And they're saying the Saints star Drew Brees left the NFL world speculated about his 2021 plans after a stunning workout video was released, with his training seamlessly hinting at a big announcement looming. Many assured for months that the future Hall of Famer would retire, walking away from the game, joining NBC's broadcast booth. Word broke before the Saints divisional round lost that he would retire, and an on-field moment between Brady and Brees' family led to the assumption that it was a foregone conclusion. But a month after Peyton hinted that the decision would be made in a few weeks, Brees has remained tight-lipped about his future. Now, there's another update on the quarterback's plan for next fall. Now, insider Nick Underhill wrote Saturday that the expectation in New Orleans around the league remains the same. When the time is right, Brees will hold a press conference to announce his retirement from the NFL. It is worth noting that some felt Brees might have retired at this point a year ago. He was seriously weighing stepping away from the game, spending part of the spring negotiating to determine which network he would join to start his post-football career. Ultimately, Brees signed with NBC and later decided he would make another run for the Super Bowl. But that's not accurately how it happened. I don't know, this is a several or so article that says it, and that's not how it happened. He didn't decide ultimately to come back. He was going to retire. That's why he took the NBC job. The only reason he came back is because Sean Payton went to him and begged him back. That's what happened. Sean Payton went to Drew and begged him back. He took the NBC job because he was going to retire. Sean Payton begged him back and told him, please come back for this year, which was last year, so that we can get Taysom ready to play, because he's the heir apparent, but he's not yet ready to play. We have to pass the torch to Taysom. That's why Drew was talked back for one more year. He was done last year. Let's get that straight. It was okay. Let's move on. But many in New Orleans seem to acknowledge that the 2020 season will be the last for Brees. Rumors about Hill being groomed as his heir to Brees emerged late in the year, with increased indications the Saints were making plans for their future. Rumors, not rumors, but this was from a CBS report. that was quoted verbatim, word for word. We covered this article. It's probably one of the most famous articles that I cover because I keep referencing it about the fact that the term was used to pass the torch to Taysom. That's why Sean said, hey, please come back. Remember the song that I made up? Breezy, come back. Hey, Breezy, you can blame it all. Remember that? That was done last year, and I have the show linked in the community section. It was a 3 or 4 hour show that we did where we covered that article, that CBS article in that report. I also covered it several shows back and even I screenshotted the article because I referred to it so much because people pretend like it never happened. The CBS article quoted Sean Payton verbatim, which means that he wanted Brees back to pass the torch to Taysom because Brees wasn't ready. Taysom wasn't ready that year, which was last year. Now it changed to Brees plan, waiting for him to come back again. I obviously felt like Taysom is not the man. I was telling people that. If you want Drew to come back again, when you told him you only wanted him 1 year and Taysom would get the team, I guess he ain't the heir apparent. I told y'all that. He was going to do the same thing to Teddy Bridgewater that he did to Taysom Hill. I warned Taysom Hill about that shit last year. You cannot trust him. He don't lie. The only quarterbacks he don't lie to is Drew Brees. He don't play that with Drew. But he'll lie to everybody else. Ultimately, Brees' 2020 season didn't end up on a high note. He missed 4 games with fractured ribs. His wife later revealed that he was dealing with far more than any outside organization realized. And remember how the falsification of the injury report was going online, talking about he had a sore shoulder when he actually had a torn rotator cuff on his throwing right shoulder? If it wasn't for Brittany Brees dropping the information on Twitter, you would have not known all of the lengths to how bad he was banged up. Which I said, if he came through it healthily this past season, and then he would say, okay, you know what? We went through it, was healthy. I'm good. Let's move forward. That was my take. If he comes through it healthy and clean, then maybe yes. But the way he was beat up, he had several surgeries that he had to do, including to repair the rotator cuff on his throwing shoulder. When people gave him flack about he got a noodle arm, the man had broken ribs and a torn rotator cuff. He also had a torn muscle in his foot. Remember that? He had a collapsed lung and 11 broken ribs. And you totally fine. Come on back. This is absolutely insane. There is no reason in any intelligent reason why a man is banged up as Drew at 42 years age, going to be 43, would want to decide to come back in a physical, demanding league, a team like this. And this is not going to be the same team that he had last year. This team is going to be significantly younger. This team is going to be significantly less talented than the slam-packed, jam-packed team that he had last year. I'm keeping it real. It's not a knock on who Drew is as a player, but after all, he's 43 years old. The dynamic of the team has to move from Drew Brees being a quarterback, commanding the team, to being a running team. I've been saying that. They did it in large parts last year, which I'm proud of. But ultimately, when it came down to getting to it, we didn't do enough of it to carry us over the hump. You get what I'm saying? Maybe we should have ran the ball a little bit more and took it out of the hands of Drew because he was struggling in the playoff game against Tampa Bay. We had 4 turnovers, but we still trying to force the ball on the field. See, that was the kind of madness and stupidity that we have to deal with as black and gold people. When you question the narrative, when you question things, then you start getting the answers. And then most people don't want to question that. They'll just take whatever you give them. You know, if this just good enough for me. Well, if you that person, just sit back and shut up. Because we're gonna ask some questions. And maybe you should too. And I hope you're not living your life like that where you don't ask questions. I know you don't ask questions if you go buy a car. You're gonna ask some goddamn questions, right? I hope you do. You don't just go look on the outside. You don't ask about the engine. No, that's stupid, Q. But why are you treating that with your football team? You can ask the question and critical thinking aspect of it should be in everything you do in life. I mean everything, including football. It does not take away the joy of sports when you have a critical mind. It actually improves upon it, gives you more insight of how things actually operate. So anyway, let's finish this up. Brees already restructured his contract, helping ease some of the major financial problems Saints are dealing with from the shrinking 2021 salary cap. While fans wait for the final press conference, Saints are working to determine who will replace Brees. Hill will have a shot at the job, but Jameis Winston might be a favorite if he resigns with the team. New Orleans could also explore a trade for Teddy Bridgewater or could sign Ryan Fitzpatrick. You hear this? You see what I'm saying? You see the insanity of this? Look, they said Jameis might be a favorite if he resigns with the team. Nothing wrong with that. Saints could also explore a trade for Teddy Bridgewater. Forget about that. Arca signed Ryan Fitzpatrick to challenge Hill for the starting job. Really? Really? Oh, well. Let's move on. All right, grading the 2018 Saints draft class 3 years in. This is a 3-year draft class, 2018. Marcus Davenport. Remember, this is the picture of Marcus Davenport. Had the Aaron Neville hanging cross in his ear. And I often told you guys that the Aaron Neville hanging cross is only given to the special people, the special athletes. They are the ones that's supposed to be the beast. They're the super talented people. Think about some of the people, the talented people that wore the hanging cross earring. Remember, we covered this some shows ago. Remember that long line of very talented actors, actresses, and musical artists and entertainment. You talk about Lawrence Taylor, he wore the hanging cross earring. You talk about Aaron Neville, he famously wore it. You talk about George Michael, you got to have faith, the faith, the faith. He wore one. You talk about Mr. T, he wore one. And the list goes on and on. And you'll see, guys, even you've seen LaMelo Ball wear the hanging cross earring. So, I mean, you'll see it. You just got to pay attention to it because they don't wear it all the time, but they'll break it out at certain times. And then you'll see, what's he wearing that hanging? Because it's such a, nobody, and it's just one, and you don't see too many guys wearing that type of stuff. So, it's just something behind it. So I realized that that if you tried to put 2 hanging cross earrings on, you just get disintegrated. It's the power of the hanging cross earring. I'm telling you, it's something else. Hey, let me stop quick kidding over here. All right, let's get to the article here. Grading the 2018 draft class. GM Kev, big ups to you. He the one that broke this out. What's up, Latrell? Big ups to Latrell. What's up, Who Dat King? What's up, fam? Thank you for being here as well. Much love to your fam. All right, conventional wisdom says it takes 3 years for NFL draft picks to accumulate to the pro game. Needing that time to get their bodies right, professional strength and conditioning programs while putting in work and practice to find those niche in the NFL. So how do you grade the 2018 Saints draft class? Fresh off the heels of their all-great 2017 haul, which brought in heavy hitters like AK-41, Marcus Williams, Marshawn Lattimore, Ryan Ramczyk, Trey Hendrickson, who ranked second best in the Saints last year. Expectations were high in New Orleans, but the Saints didn't quite meet. It says, but the Saints didn't quite meet what was asked of them. Let's run down the list. 2018 list, 3 years in, going into the 4th year, right? At the top of it is Marcus Davenport. It's understandable if you're ready to throw in the towel on Davenport. I'm not yet. I'm not ready to throw it in yet, but it's getting close. It's getting real close, man. It's getting real close, man. Because last year was the year that he was supposed to step up and do what he was supposed to do. So with that being said, he didn't handle his business. And last year I was expecting something on the back end of his season. But all I got is blind hair. I don't know if he's a fan of Dragon Ball, but if he was a fan of Dragon Ball, if he thought that was going to work, he shouldn't have took his hand and made it blind. He should have made it silver. All right, let's keep going in this thing. He missed a lot of time with injuries, and he hasn't produced well on a week-to-week basis. It's tough to point out to an area of his game and say with confidence that he's taken big steps since his rookie year. But there have been enough flashes on his game tape to warrant more opportunities and hopes he finally flips the switch. If Hendrickson leaves in free agency, which he will, Davenport's help will help keep him from starting opposite. His Davenport's help should be all right. But he's not shown us that he could remain healthy for an entire season. So did Trey Hendrickson. Does that then duplicate itself this year? Is it too much to ask for that Davenport has a Trey Hendrickson type year? Meaning that he has double-digit sacks as well as he comes into it with all health like Hendrickson did this past year. I think Trey missed like 1 game or so, maybe 2. Still in all, it was big ups, Can he do that? It'll be interesting because he'll get every opportunity. That's right, Barry Bonds too. See, the hanging cross earring is something spectacular. Barry Bonds wore it too. See, put more people in the chat, family, that wore the mystical, powerful 1 hanging cross earring. I've already labeled my Mr. T. Aaron Neville. Who else had it that I named? Aaron Neville, Mr. T, Lawrence Taylor, Barry Bonds. See, y'all name it. And all of these were fantastic people that wore, and Davenport won, he won that. He wore it too. LaMelo Ball wore it. And a lot of great people. I think AB. Do y'all remember Antonio Brown wearing the hanging earring too? Do y'all remember that? I'm telling you, it's something about that hanging earring, man. I'm telling you. You know? And they don't wear it all the time. They wear it sometime, but then they take it off. You know? Right. So there it is. But anyway, let's keep going, man. Big ups to good to see Brother Donovan in the chat. What's up, Brother Donovan? Deion, that's right. Deion did wear it too. Thank you, Adrian. Deion Sanders wore it for a little bit. What's up, Sat Scott? It's something about that hanging earring. I'm telling you, that warrants some research. I'm going to look into that. I promise you. All right. Now, anyway, Davenport's grade, the man gave him a C on his grade. Really, that was being kind. He really should have got like a C minus. You know, he should have got like a C minus, but or even a D for that matter. So with that being said, you know, and remember the Saints gave up 2 first-round draft picks to move up to get Davenport. And remember, they passed on Lamar Jackson to get him. So with that being said, man, it's right now this ain't looking too good for Davenport. I'm going to just keep it real. 2 first-round draft picks in 2018 to get this guy going to his 4th season now, 2 more years left. He got to step up, no doubt about it. That's going to the 3rd-round pick. That's Traquan Smith. Now, up until last year, that's right, Emmitt Smith and Michael Jordan. See, I'm telling y'all, it's only some of the best or some of the young ones they consider that's going to be the best. You see what I'm saying? That's not a coincidence that all the people y'all guys are naming are phenomenal athletes, actors, or whatever you know, or potential guys. It's something about that hanging earring. I'm telling y'all. All right, let's keep it going. Trey Hendrickson. Smith has caught a lot of flack from fans for his inconsistency, but what were the expectations of him exactly as a pick? To be good. Come on. As a pick at the end of the 3rd round out of a smaller program, he's becoming a solid complementary receiver who sets the tone as a blocker and frequent winner on contested catches. Should you like to see him get more opportunities? But at the end of the day, he caught the 3rd most touchdown passes, 14 of everyone in the draft class. Now, they gave him a B last year, and last year's grade was he gave him a B from last year. Now, Traquan Smith wasn't a very good pick for this entire time. He really was up until last year when he really stepped up and stepped out. He attributed a lot of his growth and help to Emmanuel Sanders that showed him some stuff that helped him out. But Traquan Smith was a bust up until this last year where he finally came out of his own shadow, out of his own way, and was able to make some plays. He finally, after 3 years, looked like he belonged out there playing football with the Saints after 3 years. So the guy gave him a B. I think that's a little generous. He just gave him a grade for this year. Out of all the 3 years, you got to get him somewhere in the C. But Traquan Smith's on the right side going up. So hopefully let's keep that going. And of course, remember this guy, I often talk about Rick Leonard. Rick Leonard was another dude the Saints picked up with the 4th round pick. A lot of people forget about Rick Leonard. There's nothing good to say about this pick. Draft expert were baffled as the Saints fans at the time, and it didn't help when Leonard was released just a few weeks into the regular season. He's since bounced around a few different practice squads, but hasn't gotten to a game yet. So-so athlete with marginal starting experience. There just wasn't anything to like about the pick at the time in retrospect, especially considering other offensive linemen were picked after him have put together solid starts in their career. 2020 second All-Pro Wyatt Teller among them. The Saints botched this one. That's an F. Remember, we often forget about the 4th round draft pick out of Florida State, Rick Leonard. Didn't make it. Let's go on down. Let's see who else. Remember this pick. 5th round draft pick, 164, safety Cantrell Jamerson. Remember that dude? Jameson was a part of an unfortunate years-long trend in New Orleans where the Saints picked defenders with promise at one position and moved them somewhere else only to give up on a player after they struggled. That's what Peyton does. There is no understanding or no rationale in that type of behavior. Why would you take a guy, and I said you cannot do that with everybody. And if you see he's not progressing at that position, simply move him back to where he came from to get value out of him. But when you pick him in the draft and then say, we're going to take this cornerback and turn him into a safety, and then when he fails at a safety, let's just release the goddamn guy. He's picking up fast enough. Does that sound like somebody that got all their marbles? You know, you might do that to an undrafted guy, but to waste picks on people like a 4th-round draft pick on Rick Leonard and then a 5th-round pick on Cantrell Jameson, who had promise. He was a guy with a lot of speed. Who actually could have helped you out in the special teams as a kick returner. That's what he did when he came from the University of Wisconsin. But let's read, Jameson was part of an unfortunate year-long trend, as I said. Having played the best football at safety at Wisconsin, Jameson was moved to cornerback where he struggled. To his credit, he tried to compete on special teams too, but no dice. The Saints cut him at the end of the summer. He's since appeared in 21 games with the Panthers, Texans, and Packers. Now, you could ultimately have moved him back to safety or even practice squatted him and put him there until he developed. Why would you then release him? Why would you simply not practice squat him? He's a 5th-round pick. Put him in the street, wasted pick. Let's keep it going. Remember this dude, round 6 pick, 189, Kareem Moore. Like his rookie teammate Jamerson and Zach Bourne, Hakeem Hicks, Will Smith, Rob Nikovich, to name others, Moore's asked to do things in the NFL that his college career didn't prepare him for. Once again, the trend, as I keep telling y'all this, is that they'll take players that have not played positions before and try to switch them to the position. They'll fail, then they'll release them. What sense do that make? If you want a goddamn safety, take a safety. Stop taking cornerbacks and trying to convert them to safeties. Stop doing that. If you want a guard, take a guard. If you want a center, take a center. If you want a defensive end, take a defensive end. If you want a linebacker, take a linebacker. But do not take a offensive lineman and try to turn him into a tight end. Do not take a wide receiver and try to convert him to a running back. Do not take these players. Not every player is Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. And if the guy don't work at the switch, at least have the common sense to practice squad him. That's what the hell the practice squad is for. But 3 straight picks, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th picks, all bad picks because the Saints have no patience. Rick Leonard told me himself at the airport that the reason why they cut him, I asked him, why would you get cut? You didn't. And then the cold-blooded party, there was this big sorry son of a bitch up there. What's his name? The Saints picked him up as a tight end, as an offensive lineman, and then they converted him to a tight end. He was from the University of, I want to say, Minnesota. He was this big sorry sack of you know what. You know, and Rick Lynn, I say, you mean to tell me they're going to release you? You're a 4th-round selection and keep this big 7-foot tight end who they converted to an offensive lineman. It didn't work out. They kept him on the team for a year after they released a 4th-round selection of Rick Leonard. Just totally foolish. Just totally foolish. And this is just showing you how they miss on these picks. So that's 3 straight busts. And of course, this pick, round 6, pick 201, Boston Scott. Now, he was a pretty good little player for him. They looked at him as a Sproles type. What happened was the Philadelphia Eagles picked him off the Saints practice squad and brought him to Philly, and he's been balling with them ever since. He was a guy that was brought over to be like a Sproles type. But it would have been good if the Saints would somehow have been able to activate him to keep him away from Philly. But when Philly came a-calling, they got him, and then that was it. But Scott played well in training camp. During the preseason, the Saints wanted someone with more NFL experience to pair with Alvin Kamara during Ingram's 4-game suspension. So they cut in favor of Gillislee and Jonathan Williams. Gillislee hasn't appeared in the game since, and Williams logged every one carry last year. The Saints made the wrong call. So you remember they got Mike Gillislee from the Patriots. He was garbage. Jonathan Williams, remember him? He never materialized. They got rid of both him. And then instead of activating Bo Scott to keep him away from these vultures, or the Eagles, my bad, you know, they allow him to simply go. We're only giving this a bump because Scott had gone to carve out a role with another team, at times looking like the best player on the field for the Eagles. It's a shame he couldn't have stayed closer to home after impressing at Law Tech and Zachary High School. He was a local product. The Saints drafted him. He was a good move. The Saints simply had to just protect him from the vultures or from the Eagles, and they would have had a good player. If you go and watch footage from the Eagles, Boston Scott was up there catching the ball out the backfield, running in between tackles. He's stronger than what he looks like. And they just missed up on this. And this is a series of stupid moves. And, of course, the 7th-round draft pick was Will Clapp who stuck with him. And it says, can we pretend Clapp was picked in the 4th round instead of Leonard? He's been a nice addition to the depth chart. And remember, he hadn't really played that much either. Clapp's numbers went way down because guys like you had Nick Easton playing ahead of him. James Hurst came on the team. With the additions of James Hurst and Nick Easton, that pushed Will Clapp's playing time way down. But he was a 7th-round draft pick that ultimately was picked up by the Saints because Sean Payton pretty much got tired of us talking about, why don't you draft LSU players? You got all these LSU players, why don't you draft? And he finally drafted one in the 7th round. And we didn't see too much from Nick Easton over this past season. So with that being said, here's the recap pick by pick. Davenport, C. Traquan Smith is a B. That's a bit generous. Giving him that B for this past season should be a grade over the last 3 years, which should be close to Davenport's. Well, it should be maybe a C minus. And Davenport should be a D. And Traquan Smith should be a C. Rick Leonard's an F because he ain't make it. Cantrell's an F. Cameron Moore's an F. Boston Scott actually gets a D. Really, he should be higher than that. He gets a C plus or a B with Philly. And Clapp gets in a B, which he shouldn't get a B. He should be close to like a C or C plus. Very generous grades here. I'm not upset about it. The Saints have 7 swings at the bat, and you come away with 4 strikeouts and a couple of base hits. That's not very good. But see, the reality is, if you look at these guys, Rick Leonard, the middle ground of the draft, each one of these guys should have been practice squad. They should have been practice squadded because they needed more practice. Both Cantrell, Jamerson, and Leonard. And by the way, Kareem Moore got kicked out of the league because he got into a domestic dispute with his girlfriend or something like that, and he got kicked off the team. I don't know if he's still in the league anymore, but, But anyway, really interesting. And see, that's the draft after the Kamara draft that led by the way of Davenport. So that's going to show you that this could turn out to be a very bad draft if Davenport doesn't work out. Traquan Smith did step up, but really you gave up 2 first-round draft picks to get Davenport. So this could be a very bad draft if Davenport doesn't step up. And this is looking pretty bad. It's all hinging on Davenport. Remember, the Saints gave up 2 first-round picks, like I said, to get Davenport, and he passed on Lamar Jackson to take this kid out of UTSA. So with that said, let's move on to the next one. Let's get to the mayor. Mayor Cantrell comments on Saints Russell Wilson rumors. There's a lot to be said there. And as you can see, and this is the mayor's Twitter right here. And you can see, I'm going to play this video for you guys for the mayor and let you hear what she had to say about Russell Wilson. Here's the mayor.
I've heard the rumors now, and I want to make sure that you understand that the city of New Orleans is a place for you and your beautiful family. I'm LaToya Cantrell, mayor of the city of New Orleans, and I know, Mr. Wilson, that you will be a great addition to the New Orleans Saints. And more importantly, I can see us in that number winning that Super Bowl championship once again. And what else I can see? The Mrs. Sierra Wilson herself on that main stage during the historical Essence Festival. Just wanted to stop in to let you know that we not only admire you, we want you. Love you, man. Love Sierra. Love your beautiful family. The culture of the city of New Orleans awaits you.
That's the mayor, man. The mayor, how about that? You got to get a mayor credit, man. She up there is twirling. And you know what? She do a pretty damn good twirl on that umbrella, man. I got to give it to her. She twirling that umbrella pretty good. And she is recruiting. Go ahead, Mel. She's saying, listen, we better get Russell Wilson. Now, that's big ups to the mayor. The mayor is doing recruiting for the Black and Gold organization. That's big when the mayor tell you, hey, man, listen, she ain't have to do that, man. You know, there's a lot to be done. But I got to give Mayor Cantrell a lot of respect for doing that, man, and reaching out as she recruiting for the city of New Orleans to bring Russell Wilson and his family to the Big Easy. So hopefully he pushes through with what's going on. And we have that. So big ups to the mayor for doing that, man. If the Saints are to pull off a blockbuster trade for Seattle Seahawks, Cantrell, and of course she said that. And we know that, you know, I've covered this before on the previous shows about the fact that the Seattle Seahawks are upset with Russell Wilson simply because various things, but one in particular is if he forces a trade out of there, they can get hit for a cap hit of $39 million on a Russell Wilson trade. So with that being said, it could be very problematic if you're the Seattle Seahawks. So they don't quite appreciate exactly what Russell is doing. But the reality is Russell Wilson is not the type of quarterback to demand a trade, which I'm not saying he's not. But when you give a team a list of teams that you want as a preferred destination, and that is the thing to let you know that I'm serious about mine. He's not going to demand a trade unless he feels alienated. And there are various reports that you can go back and research that showed that Russell Wilson was pissed off with Seattle because he was trying to express why the offense was struggling at times and they wouldn't listen to him, and he stormed out of the meeting. You just don't treat your franchise quarterback like that. So it got so bad to the point where a lot of people created what was the hashtag Let Russ Cook. And that's because it was saying let him have more control over the offense. And then there were also reports that he was saying about getting hit so much and tired of getting sacked so much, 40 plus sacks on him every year. He was tired of that. So he wanted to go to a destination that would ultimately protect him to help extend his career moving forward. And he's in the prime of his career. He knows he has fantastic years ahead. And a lot of people say, including John Clayton, who I played for you guys, I think it was the last show, saying that the trade won't happen because of the $30 million cap hit. Let me tell you something. If Russell Wilson wants out, you let Russell Wilson out. Now, if he's not going to say, okay, I'm going to then turn around and play. If a guy demands a trade, let him go. Do not hold these guys against their will, like the stupid Texans are going to try to do with Deshaun Watson. I hope they're not that stupid. Hopefully they let Deshaun Watson go. He already told them he ain't going to put their uniform on no more. You can do whatever you're going to do. So when that happens, you might as well trade the player, get rid of the distraction, and start all over again. So with that being said, Russell Wilson is a guy, we'll see what happens of this until he pushes forward on the trade demand. But big ups to Mayor Cantrell, man, for dropping that knowledge and doing some recruiting for the black and gold, man. Much love to the mayor on that. All right, now let's do a quick synopsis on the articles that we've covered thus far as we approaching the 60-minute mark. The Saints reportedly have a clear priority in free agency as they're talking about this tweet here from Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. That's saying despite a massive cap deficit, the Saints are expected to prioritize free agent safety Marcus Williams, I'm told. They want to keep him within financial reason, but will have a strong market. Have also expressed interest. He will have a strong market, no doubt about it. Have also expressed interest in resigning Jameis Winston. That's old news, but there you go on that. Also, we covered the latest on Drew Brees. Still expecting Drew to retire and move on ahead. And there's some history that talks about the fact that last year Drew signed the NBC contract because he was done with the Saints. Coach Payton then begged him back because Taysom wasn't ready so he could pass the torch. Obvious science here is that if he's waiting for Drew to come back for this year, after saying stay for 1 year to pass the torch, obviously he doesn't feel that Taysom is the franchise quarterback. You wouldn't be waiting for Drew if Taysom was the man. That's all I'm saying. And I keep showing and keep going back to that point because I want y'all to understand and remember what Peyton said last year and that he did the same thing to Teddy Bridgewater a year ago that he's going to do to Taysom Hill. I'm just showing you it's a behavior pattern. Moving on to the next one, we talk about the 2018 Saints draft class in 3 years, and that's what the draft class looked like. We went over it. This was really a pathetic draft class if you think about it. A really pathetic and shameful one at that. If Davenport doesn't pan out, this will be a very sorry-ass draft class, to be honest with you. Traquan Smith just stepped up this past season. Prior to that, he was a relegated bust. Rick Leonard, Natrell Jameson, and Kareem Moore not even on the team anymore. Or not even, they got released the same year. Boston Scott was picked off of the practice squad to Philly the same year. And Will Clapp is basically a reserve offensive lineman who was pinned pretty much didn't get a lot of play time last year because of the addition of James Hurst and Nick Easton playing. So, and of course, you had also Cesar Ruiz, who was taken as a center, then played at guard all season. That also contributed to the fact that why you didn't see Will Clapp as much as you would have seen him. And then, of course, we covered the mayor, giving her love and respect for her going out of her way to try to recruit Russell Wilson to come to the city of New Orleans. So much love with the mayor. To her on that, I got to get a mayor credit, man, when she represent. Because I damn sure went at her when she was holding the people out that dome for that money. But when you do right, you got to give them love, man. When they do right, you got to give them love. You can't be talking crap on them when they showing love. I'm a fair dude with that. But anyway, big ups to the rest of the family members chiming in this thing. I appreciate y'all for being here. Brandon, big ups to the family members. Brandon Reese, much love. Collinator, who that to you? Good to see you in the chat. Who else we got here that I mixed up? What's up, Tramal? Tramal Kellop in the building. John Thompson in the building. Who that to the brothers? What's up, Carlito? Carlito in the building as well. Big ups to you. JT, what's up, brother? JT, I see you, fam. I see you as well. And I won't forget nobody. Joe, what's up? Joe Gidry. What's up, Joe? Good to see you in the chat as well. Jay Huntsberry, much love. Muse, what's up, Muse of Abysmal Bliss. Dedrick, what's up, brother? Dedrick Ford in the building as well. Much love to the Josh. What's up, Josh? Big ups to you, brother. Good to see you as well. All right, so big ups to the family members. If I missed you, man, give me a shout out in the chat now. What's up, Truth Hurts? What's up, baby? Who that to you, fam? Brian, what's up, Brian? Brian Hadley, who that to you, fam? I see you. Troy Thompson, what's up, brother Troy? Who that to you? Brewman, what's up, brother Brewman? Derek, brother Derek, what's up? Derek Hennessy, what's up, fam? Good to see you, man. Appreciate y'all being here. Much love to the family, man. I always got to get a family love, man. Much love to the fam. What's up, Dewan? Dewan Mead, who that to you, brother? Good to see you in the chat, bro. Big ups to you. Now, family, that gets me right over the 60-minute mark. But I'll stay a few minutes extra because I believe in, I believe in that, man. So any questions, I'll answer any questions or comments you guys have that you want to sprinkle on me in the next 15 minutes, perhaps. Tonight, we got a Pelican post-game report that we'll be doing tonight as well. So we'll be looking out for that. So any questions or concern, please feel free. And let's see, Morgan says, well, Black Sway. He'll probably chime in. He was supposed to pop in, man, when he called me, like this past weekend, we going to get him on, bro, sooner or later. Don't worry. Maybe Wednesday. I'm going to see if I can get him on for Wednesday, family. The Wednesday Saints Talk Show. Perhaps Wednesday. We'll see. I'll see what his schedule looking like there. If not Wednesday, perhaps Friday. All right. So any questions, concerns? What's up, Swag fan? Good to see you in the chat, man. Big ups to you, family. Thank y'all for being here. Any questions, concerns, or comments that you guys have, please feel free to drop them in the chat right now. I'll go over them right quickly, about another 15 minutes or so, and then we'll check out. What's up, Rush Hour? Who that to you, Rush Hour? Good to see you in the chat as well. Much love to you. All right, appreciate you. Now, let's see what we got here. Dedrick says, got to head back. Okay, Dedrick about to head back in. Thank you, Dedrick. All right, any questions? All right, let me see what we got here. So Swag says, so Drew coming back? Not official yet. Word still on the street that Drew's offer is definitely, not definitely, but word on the street is the insiders are still saying Drew retires and moves on. There was a little, I ain't gonna say a little report, but the guy from NBC, Dan Patrick, made the joke that his hair is letting his hair grow out so he can, do it up for the camera and all that kind of stuff. However that take it, but I'm gonna go with the insiders on this. Schefter and what's the guy from Fox? I forgot his name. The little short guy from Fox. I forgot his name. Jay Glazer. So I could see Glazer and Shefty. Those guys are two of the best in the business, man. And when they tell you, listen, it's a done deal, I'm going to go with Shefty and Glazer, man. Those guys are two of the biggest insiders in the NFL. And they said that. I got to ride with them on that. And plus, on top of that, it's commonsensical, in my opinion, because of all the injuries that he's taken. I don't think it'd be a smart thing for Drew to come back to a less talented team. I just say no. Go on and go talk about your stuff on TV and let the team start a new era. And like I've told other family members on the 4-hour show we did last Friday, or was it last Saturday, we did a 4-hour broadcast. If you missed it, go back and look at it. Family members chimed in. It was a great show, man. Glad to hear all the opinions of the family members. And pretty much on there we was pretty much just going over the fact that a lot of people are the pro Drew people don't take it wrong about, Drew Brees, people saying, well, Drew needs to go. Don't take that as an offense if you're a pro Drew person that people are saying that. What they're saying is is that they want the Drew Brees era to come to an end and another era of football to begin. That is what they're saying. So, and that's a valid point, because sooner or later you're going to have to start all over again. And you need to find quarterbacks, and there are quarterbacks aplenty. You can get them in trades, you can get them through free agency, you can get them in the draft. There are quarterbacks aplenty. This is a free-flowing thing. There are all type of styles of quarterbacks out right now that you can look at getting, whether they're at college or free agency or by trade. There are a bunch of really good ones out there. If you want a veteran like Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, they're available. You look at a guy in like Sam Darnold. If you want him, he's available. Or you can go into free agency, get Jameis, get a veteran to play behind Jameis, maybe Alex Smith, like Brian Pearson said, or perhaps Fitzpatrick, that can come in and play if what happened doesn't work out. What I'm saying is you have options, and this is a good year to look at, going into it, the next realm of things. So whether it's Jameis or not, we have to look into the future. And even if Drew does come back, it's just not very progressive to be trying to hold on to Drew when he had these injuries. It'd be different if he was healthy, but he's far from that. Anyway, is he coming back from rehab and from surgery, pushing sleds and shit? I still say no. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, Dedrick says he got to go back. Adrian, big ups to you. All right, let's see what else. Brian says, do you really think Russell Wilson fits the offensive scheme? Yes, I do, bro. Yes, I do. Thanks for the question, Brian. I think he does. I think Russell Wilson does fit what the Saints are doing. He does. His ability to, make plays outside of the pocket, to extend he does his best work, in my opinion, when he drifts outside of the pocket to make plays. You got to remember, a long time, Seattle's offensive line wasn't all that good. He took a lot of hits, took a lot of sacks, and a lot of times he had to improvise outside of the pocket when the play breaks down. And he does some of his best work. So I can only imagine what he looks like if you protected him. The only question is, does he force Seattle to relinquish him? And then if he does, do the Saints then go all out to get him? Same question with Aaron Rodgers, who we said several weeks ago, according to TJ Lang, who's one of his best friends and former players, said when he was on a talk show, is that Aaron Rodgers is going to go after Green Bay to give him a contract extension. Well, Aaron knows that they have Jordan Love in there, and if he tries to get a 3-year contract extension, that's pretty much going to take up all of Jordan Love's time. So the new coach in there wants to get the Jordan Love process going, but Aaron Rodgers knows that, so he's going to see if they can force their hand. So watch that situation. There's also the Sam Darnold situations, the Deshaun Watson stuff. I'm looking at the Sam Darnold situation as well. Very interesting quarterback there. And there could be other quarterbacks on the move that we're not thinking about. There could be guys like Derek Carr. That could be a guy that you're looking at that could possibly on the move as well. So we'll see how it shakes, man. A lot of interesting stuff that could play before it's all said and done. You never know. And of course, thank you for the question, bro. But I think he definitely fits. Text says Big Q, the man's tripping. Wilson would cost too much. We still have a shot at Jameis if we don't screw it up. Yeah, you would have to give up several draft picks to land him, perhaps a player. But, I say if it's an opportunity, the Saints are going to take at least acquire about what they want. And in my opinion, it's going to take at least 3 picks to do it, and maybe a player or, a C. But we'll see how it shakes, man. It depends on how badly the Saints want to win moving forward. But if you land a Russell Wilson, that excites and electrifies the entire Saints base. I'm just keeping it real. And then of course you bring Russell Wilson into the NFC South with the Saints team and the talent that they still have left over. You give him Alvin Kamara, Mike Thomas, and the young weapons and the good offensive line we have. You won up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You really did. You take all of the luster off to the Tom Brady thing, and you really make the Saints really interesting. You really do if you pull that kind of move. But I would say that would be the same if they did it with Deshaun Watson or if they did that with Aaron Rodgers. Any big move like that will create a major buzz in the family base, which will let people know that the black and gold is serious about winning another championship in the next 3 to 5 year window. So we'll just see how it goes, Tex. Thank you for your comment, bro. Brandon says if we get Wilson and he plays another decade or so, how many Super Bowls do you think we can win? I say at least 2 more. if he plays 10 years, like Drew Brees played 10 years, and you keep the team relatively good, I say if you get Russell Wilson and you get him in like within the next 3 to 4 years, it's possible you're definitely going to win a Super Bowl within the next 3 to 4 years. So, and within a 10-year span, you can see at least another two Super Bowls. But the thing is, if Russell Wilson gets here and he wins multiple Super Bowls, does it then crap down on Drew Brees' legacy? Because if he's playing in a wide open offense, he very well can get to the point where he can challenge Drew Brees' records in the city of New Orleans and in the NFL as a whole. So, I mean, that's just something to monitor as well to think about, but no doubt about it. In a 10-year window, you got to get them at least two if the Saints keep the team young and competitive. Superstar Louisiana boy, who that to you, fam? Good to see you there. Let's see. Good to see you. Idris says, Big Q question. These rumors about Russell Wilson, do you think he will most likely come to us or he'll stay with Seattle or go to other teams? Hard to say, bro, right now, because he's in a standing pattern right now. Now, you know, if he requested the trade, and of course, you know, if they trade him, that's a $39 million cap hit. That'll make them less competitive moving forward. So the draft picks will be kind of like medicine for a bad cut. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna take the hit. If they take the hit, then they got 3 first-round draft picks, maybe a player that they can absorb to a degree. Because $39 million off the cap, that's a big chunk of change that they'll have to dole out. So they really don't want to trade them. But see, you put yourself there because you ain't want to listen to them. What you thought was going to happen. So how you complaining about the $39 million, but you alienating them? Should you have had that thought process in reverse? We don't want to alienate Russell Wilson because if he demands a trade, it's going to cost us $39 million. Now all of a sudden you worried about the money? You wasn't worrying about it when you didn't want to listen to what he had to say. See, that's the dysfunction of this whole matter. You're going to have to you're going to come up off of there if you don't want to be there. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. Thank you for that, Idris. But we'll see how it shakes, bro. But the Saints, I know Seattle damn sure don't want to send him to the Saints. Their likely destination is to pack and ship him to the AFC so they don't have to see him but one time, probably every 3 or 4 years. That's the same with Deshaun Watson. That's the same with if they trade a guy like Aaron Brooks, they're going to want to send him to the AFC. Deshaun Watson, they're going to want to send him to the NFC. And Russell Wilson, they're going to want to send him to the AFC. That's the mode. But he has to then say, nah, I want to go to New Orleans. He has the ability to block the trade and only okay the trade that sends him where he wants to go. So he ultimately will have the say on which direction that he goes to, because Seattle, if he say trade me, Seattle going to find the AFC team, the Raiders, and they're going to try to make a deal with the Raiders. They ain't going to want to keep him in the NFC for obvious reasons, We'll see. All right, Brandon said he needs to move on. Mean Drew. Jonas, what's up, Jonas? Big ups to you, man. Big ups says, what up, Q? I made an 86 on my hazmat OSHA exam, one step closer. Who that? All right, big ups to you, bro. Congratulations to you, my man. Appreciate you. Getting closer and closer all the time. That's right, brother. Big ups to you. Congratulations on that, man. Big ups. All right, let's keep it going. Kevin says, facts, you can only go so long without winning one championship. All right, who else we got there? She says, KK504 says, tell him to call, and it won't do no good because I'm about to get off in a minute anyway. I'm going to see if he can get on for Wednesday, okay? I'm going to try to get him on in. I'm going to tell him that the family members asking about him, but he listens from time to time. I don't know why, if he might not be listening tonight, but from time to time, he'll be on listening and he'll be chiming in. So I'm going to let him know the Great Saint Think Tank is inquiring about him and he needs to stay in contact with the family members. And y'all get on his ass when he get back up here and fuss at him. You hear me? I want y'all to fuss at him because and tell him he need to stop disappearing and need to pop up. Brandon Reese says of the 4 teams that Wilson is looking at, the Saints make the most sense to win another Super Bowl. That's why Seattle don't want to send him to him. They try not to help us. Uncle Paulie, what's up, my brother? He said, Big Q, are the Saints still looking at Deshaun Watson as a possible QB? It's hard to tell, although they had some rumor reports that were early on, but we'll see how it shakes because as you get closer and closer into the season, the stance by Houston is that they're not trading him. Some people believe that that's a coy by Houston to get the asking value up of Watson up more than what it is. But if you can get 3 first-round draft picks for him, move him out of there and start your rebuild. The case is Houston wants a franchise quarterback or a franchise type player for their player. That's why Miami is in the mean saying that, okay, we'll give you our high draft pick, which I think they're picked like 7th or 8th, or they're inside the top 10, giving you their picks so that, and then of course, Tua Tagovailoa sending him to Houston for Deshaun Watson plus picks. And they're intrigued by that because they want a first-round draft pick franchise quarterback in return. Now, the Texans very well could draft them a quarterback because there are several really good quarterbacks, top the top 10, top 15, or at least in the first round, they're saying at least 4 quarterbacks are going to go within the top 15, and the top 20, they say 5. So Zach, what's his name from from Penn State, he's going up and up and up. He went past Justin Fields, and I don't know how that happened. His footage looks good, though, from Penn State, the kid. He looks really good, to be honest with you. But I don't know if I would put him above Justin Fields because what I've seen Justin Fields do. But, we'll see. We'll see, man. Really a lot of interesting quarterbacks there. You can see other guys. You see Mac Jones from Alabama going up and up and up and up. His draft stock is rising like it usually raises up over the next 30 days. It'll be almost 2 months before the draft happens in late, it's April 29th. So, we got the Saints have to get underneath the cap by the 17th. And then, of course, free agency get ready to start. So get ready, family. It's going to be fun watching it. All right, Dada. Thank you, brother. Dada, with the super chat, he says, to be more realistic, it's probably easier to get in the top 5 of the draft and pick a QB and send to a team. Well, hold on, let me read that again. To be more realistic, it's probably easier to get in the top 5 of the draft and pick a QB and send to a team the picks and player the Hawks wouldn't take. Okay, thank you, brother Dada. Appreciate your super chat and very good comment right there. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Thank you to all the family members with the super chats as well as the cash apps. Man, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, bro. Appreciate the love. And man, we're going to keep it real deal Holyfield here. All right. Appreciate the commentary, bro. Appreciate it. Brandon says of the 4 teams, Wilson's looking at the Saints make the most sense. I read that one. All right. What else we got there? All right. Let's see. The fan base is 100. Drew can't win. Y'all back just say. All right. All right. The Muse letting them have it. I see she's in there letting them have it. All right. Jamal says always gets, hold on. What's up, Clint? Who that to you, brother? Big ups to Clint. He says, I'm ready to off season. Yeah, it's coming up, bro. Coming up soon. Saints got to get under that cap by the 17. You got the free agency period, before the signing where they'll let them talk and then no deals get done up to a certain point. That's a good couple of weeks from now. And then you'll start seeing some movement on the free agency front. And then April, that's when the draft comes around and you'll see that. So over the next 2 months, we're getting in that gravy off season now in March and April, where you'll see stuff happen. And then after the draft, and then it'll be that quiet, that lull from May, June, and then you get ready for the draft. You had that mini cap. I don't know if they're going to do that again. But then you got July and then August, and then you get ready for football. So, the slow periods of time, listen, family, it's just about all the way over with. This is the really good time of the off season if you're a black and gold person looking at, that stuff moving forward. So we'll see. Paul says Carolina wants Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, but that's something Jacksonville's not going to come up off him. A lot of people want him, but that's not going to happen. Giannis says, I like the first one about Armstead. I think Armstead's a guy that's going to get released. We're going to see how it shakes, man, because all this is going to happen before anything. Brandon says, I read on one Saints website talking about 4 best ways for the Saints to get Wilson. And the number 1 way was to trade our 2021 first round pick, our 2022 first round pick, our 2024 second round pick, and Armstead. Yep. Well, you know what I said, man. I'm a fan of getting rid of those picks because in reality, the Saints are going to be a playoff team, and those picks are going to be ranking anywhere between 27, 28, 29, and 30. I mean 30, 32, you would hope, right? Over the next 3 years. So if you're a playoff team, you're not going to pick no less than 25th pick. So what good is keeping that late at 28, 29, almost a first round draft, a second round pick? It's almost a high second round pick. If you're a playoff team and you have to give up, 2 or 3 draft picks to acquire a talented, in the prime of his career, Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, all caliber, black version of Drew Brees type quarterback. And that's just how his game is, a more athletic version of Drew Brees. about the same height and stature, same community awareness, intelligence, everything comes in, gets instant respect from the team stars, like Mike Thomas gets respect from Alvin Kamara when he steps in the door. Matter of fact, the tweet Mike sent was, appreciatory of the idea of Russell Wilson coming here. So the stars are in line with the Russell Wilson move, means instant respect. That means a seamless flow for whoever will step in to the shoes of Drew Brees, which are big shoes to fill. Russell Wilson will never collapse under that pressure. And if you give him 7, if he's here for 6 to 7 years, he could very well push Drew for some of the records that he set in New Orleans and ultimately almost have an opportunity to win multiple Super Bowls in a Big Easy. Could he dare eclipse what Drew has done in his time frame here? Remember, I'm just simply saying, man, is that, if we make the right decision here, this could have really great ramifications for the next 7 to 10 years in black and gold. Thank you, KT. What's up, brother? KT, the Southern gent in the building, says, we wanted to thank the fam for the prayers and condolences following the loss of my grandfather. Much love. Also, we need to build through the draft. Thank you, KT, for your super chat, bro. Much love to you, and still condolences, prayers, and blessings upon you and your entire family dealing with your crisis, going through your crisis, personal crisis. Losing somebody like that is tough. I know how, when I lost my grandfather some time ago, what he meant to me. My grandfather taught me about football. He taught me about all kind of stuff in life. I often told you guys that he was a Prince Hall man. He was buried in his stuff. Matter of fact, he was a farmer. He was an army man. He was a Negro League umpire too. I remember him proudly showing me black and white pictures of him in the Negro Leagues as an umpire. It was really something special. It's sad though, because all of those great old pictures of him and my grandmother, who's also transitioned, all lost. The storm, the water, Katrina's water destroyed it all, took it all from us, all of our memories. So, I understand, dealing with loss in a lot of people here. So I just wanted to, put to everybody out there, you, KT, you and your family, and to all the family members out here that's dealing with difficult times right now. More power and love to each and every last one of you to understand and know that, sometimes all we need is a positive word, man. Sometimes we don't get that. But if you're hearing this, you might need to hear that word. If it's making its way to your ears right now, is that you are loved and that you are the best and greatest, and there is nothing that can stop you. And as long as we understand that, we walk in those steps of righteousness and we keep our karma clean, the world is open for you, and everything that you can possibly think in your mind's eye, the Most High will give it to you. It'll be manifested. Just go about your business in humbleness and righteousness and do what you're supposed to do, and don't harm nobody, don't hurt nobody, don't participate in none of that negative stuff. And I promise you'll get every blessing that you deserve. I promise you that. That's how it goes. All right, thank you for that, brother KT, and all the family members. Appreciate y'all super chats and cash apps, man. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much, man. I really do. Really mean that. All right. Brian says we need to get over the hump at this point. All 3 of our division rivals has been to the Super Bowl in the last 5 years. It's time for us to get there. Go get Wilson. I hear you, bro. I hear you. All right. And KT makes a point, man, about planning through the draft. Hopefully we'll see what kind of draft we have here. Obviously, last year's draft wasn't, we'll see. That yet to be discussed and determined, on the Cesar Ruiz thing. We'll see. But, yeah, and KT said my grandfather was a musician, a teacher, marched in the human Jew. Okay, look at that. How about that? See, them old great people. Them old people done some stuff, man. They were old and great, man. Did a lot of great stuff, man. We come from greatness, man. We all do. We come from greatness. We really do. Morgan says, I'm in California, never rains. Bringing up that Tony song, huh? Southern California. It never rains in Southern California. All right. KK says, I know that, Tramal, but I still hear bench warmer names. Okay, they talking. All right, Yana says, much love to you. Okay, thank y'all. But listen, family, that's going to do it for this show. Listen, I appreciate y'all for being here, man. I will return, family. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Who that to you, Young City, Night Ward. Much love, fam. Good to see you in the live stream. we will return Tuesday for our Patreon family members. So if you want to join us on our really good Patreon show, we have a lot of fun on there. It's small and personable, but it's fun. We have fun on the TSC Q&A live shows. It's out of 30 plus, no, it's 40 plus shows. That's there that you can check out. All you have to simply do is become a member on YouTube to join us on our Patreon shows on Tuesday afternoons, or simply go to patreon.com/the Pro Media Network. That's patreon.com/the Pro Media Network. Patreon.com/the Pro Media Network. And simply join us there. And then you can catch us on our Tuesday night show as well. Now, we'll then, for the rest of the family members who are not Patreon or YouTube members, we'll return Wednesday with more Saints Talk. We'll cover some more news, notes, and items on our Black and Gold family members as well. So, like I said, I'd like to thank all of the family members for joining us in the show today. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by and spending some time with your boy. Appreciate it. You know how much appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats and cash apps. You know I appreciate you guys. It all goes back into the platform to keep making it strong. And also let the family members know we'll be doing our Pelican post-game report tonight, covering the recap of the matchup tonight. So with that being said, I'm going to chalk Dirk out on that. Please feel free to hit the merch shops up as well. And remember, share the show link in your social media feed and Facebook groups, Twitter groups, Reddits, whatever you go, feel free to share the link. And remember, I'll talk to you guys later. Who that to you? Much love, and I'll see you later.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is Saints Super Bowl. Yeah.